What's up, everybody? Rob Ferretti here, and if you remember my friend Vinny, he was in the $500 car challenge. He was the one whose Cadillac didn't make it more than 40 miles. Well, he just got a new project car for himself. He got you guessed it, a $10,000 Viper. Now, the car is a 2001 Dodge Viper convertible, little rough around the edges as far as fit and finish goes, and not body-wise. The body is actually in amazingly good condition. There's no dents. The paint is shot. It looks like the top has scratches all along where the convertible top was. Vinny says that the guy used to pry it off with a screwdriver. Why, I do not know. The rear bumper, the paint is actually, the clear is coming off, so the entire car is going to require a repaint. I mean, you even have where some fluid dripped on in front of the driver's side door where there's a big piece of paint actually that's even missing. The engine bay is a little dirty, but that can be cleaned up. Now, this car, if it was in perfect shape, would be worth like $30,000 to $35,000. So he's got to keep this build or this rebuild within a very reasonable amount of money. Otherwise, it'll make no sense to do all the work. If you're $20,000 in rebuilding the car, then the car was only really worth $10,000. It would have been better off just parting it out and selling it as parts. The biggest problem with the car, other than just the overall wear and tear on it, and it's not a high mile car, but just it's been weathered by the Florida sun forever and it wasn't really cared for too well by the previous owner. The biggest problem you're going to have is he's got engine issues, and he bought it knowing there's engine issues. He called and consulted with John Hennessy and was asking him about how bulletproof the engines are, and he heard that the engines are pretty solid. So when he heard it was down 2 cylinders, he figures it's probably in the heads. Then he had to go ahead and, as you can see, he's about to do a compression check here. He did the compression check. Turns out the car was down 4 cylinders. He's pulling both of the heads off the car. The heads are actually remarkably cheap. With cars like this, you seem to think everything's expensive, but when you start shopping around on eBay, he can score a set of heads for $1,200 or $1,500. I mean, all of this stuff, it's like, okay, now he's into it for $11,500. He's doing all the labor himself. He needs a gasket kit, blah, blah. If he could be out the door at $17,000 or $18,000 for a $32,000 car, I think he's going to be sitting pretty. I'm fairly confident Vinny's going to be able to pull it out for under 20, which would make the car a remarkable deal. We're going to follow along. We're going to keep in touch with Vinny down in Florida when he's done with this thing. We're going to go down and drive it and see what, I mean, it's not going to be a $10,000 Viper at that point, but even what the $20,000 Viper is like. So there you go. That's what you get for $10,000 when buying a Gen 2 Dodge Viper. And I would have bought it if Vinny didn't. I mean, I would have probably parted it out. He's going to put it back together. Let's see if he made the right choice. I will catch you guys next time. Thank you for watching.
So when I do get the car painted, one of the biggest decisions that I have to make is, do I keep the spoiler or not? It's a factory RT10 spoiler. I'm back and forth on it a little bit. I know Rob for a fact doesn't like it. A lot of the people don't. So maybe when I get it painted, maybe I'll take the spoiler off and just let the smooth lines of the Viper just speak for themselves.